Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is... what's today? Thursday? Yeah. It's May 1st. Thursday, May 1st, 2025. So we're already in May. How exciting. We've already passed 4 months already in 2025. Let that sink in. There's only 8 months left of this year. I'm also... just think about how you want to spend the last 8 months of 2025. I'm thinking about it. Are you thinking about it? So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, because you clearly good. If it does not, then I'm forced to be a story. Okay, so, I've been trying some different stuff that I think is fun for my channel. It's going to always, obviously, be tarot-based. But if you haven't watched my video yesterday, it's like a 20-minute video. It's literally just me talking and, like, eating some fun food that I love that's named after my channel. So go check that out. I think I was just basically just talking about octopus and like seaweed salad. So I'm definitely going to be doing more of that, just talking to you guys and eating, right? It's fun. But I'm not going to be doing like a whole like eating mounds of food kind of thing. I don't care for that. Right? Just enjoy a meal with me. However long or short that meal is on my end. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards and then we'll see what happens. Ooh, it's like freshly brewed, piping hot. Delicious. Alright, I do have to make this one quick. And, because, I don't know, I don't want to be here long. Alright. Let's see... Okay. I'm gonna move that there. Move that. Okay, push that like that. Okay. Listen to God. It's so funny because this morning when I was like brushing my teeth, I kept repeating over and over again, I am a child of the Most High. I am a child of the Most High. I am a child of the Most High. Like I just kept repeating it over and over. Listen to God. So, there's something that you could be needing to listen to God about. Something about advice and wisdom. So, all the wisdom that you have, whatever advice that you're going to be getting from God, like within like signs and synchronicities and blah, 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 listen to it, all right? I'm hearing like it's very crucial, right? It's paramount. That's intense. It is paramount that you listen to this. I have an idea already of what's going on, but for the sake of the reading and the collective, I'm going to keep going. More important than anything else. Supreme. The interests of the child are of paramount importance. Okay, so that's literally the definition. And to be used in like in a sentence. Like if you were to use it in a sentence, how would you? Right. So the sentence that came out with the dictionary was the interests of the child are of paramount importance. So you could be the child, right? The child, and it's funny because I was brushing my teeth saying I am a child of the Most High God. So you could be the child. You could have children, or there's something that you're creating or that you have created that needs to be protected. Okay? There's going to be an idea, a business, a project, a platform, a house, something that you've created. If it's not a child or children, right, that you have, right? That you've birthed into this world or fathered into this world, then it's something that you have created that's from you. Something, whatever this is, whether it's a child or something like an idea, something tangible, whatever, it's from you. That needs to be protected. That is of the utmost importance as of right now. So basically, God is basically telling you that whatever you're creating is of utmost importance and it needs to be protected. Because whatever this is the future. So obviously children are the future. The idea that you have, the business that you have, the house that you have, the car that you built, whatever that you're building, it's going to benefit the future in more than one ways, or it's going to be important for the future in more than one ways. That's why as of right now it needs to be protected, right? So just to sum it all up, whatever you're creating, whatever that's coming from you, is for the future, right? Basically children are the future. So yeah, this is why you listening to God right now, the Most High God, is paramount, right? It is of great importance. Okay, so that's that. Ooh, I just heard Great Seer. They get to watch you live your dreams. And for some of you, your dream is just to be happy, and you're living that. You're living that, and you're happy. So there are people that are watching you living your dreams, being happy. And it's so funny because literally I feel like the only thing that you're doing is just listening to God. That's why you're able to live your dreams. And that's why they're watching you. So you're listening to God, and they're watching you, and then, okay? Soulless vagabond. Ooh. So there is someone who does not believe in God. They're kind of like a wandering lost soul. Wandering lost soul. This could either be spiritually and or physically. Like they don't have a stable... Oh my God. They don't have like a stable... I had two versions that came to mind, but the second one is funnier. It's meaner, but it's funny. So they don't have a stable pot to piss in. The first one was actually nicer, which is what I wanted to say first, which is they don't have a stable pillow to lay their head in at night. See, that's nicer. They don't have a stable pot to piss in. That's meaner, but it's funnier. Listen, I don't control what pops into my head, and I'm not planning on it anytime soon. If I can't control it, you definitely can't control it. So whoever this soulless vagabond is, this person who they're lost in spirit, which is crazy too, because again, I was brushing my teeth and I was like, I'm a child of the Most High God. I'm a child of the Most High God. But this person, they don't know who or what they belong to. They're lost. I'm also hearing forgive them for they not know what they do because they're lost. This person is not a friend because this is coming up behind it. Psalms 105:15. You shall not touch my anointed ones. Do no harm to my prophets. And again, I was brushing that. I was like, I'm a child of the Most High God. I'm a child of the Most High God. You shall not touch my anointed ones. Do no harm to my prophets. So you are definitely a child of the Most High God. You're listening to God. Your advice, wisdom, science, synchronicity, blah, blah. You're all up in there, right? You're listening to God. That's why you get to live out your dreams and you're happy. This person, or for some of you, it could be like a entity or like a group of individual. They are watching you be in this energy. They are lost in spirit. They are not friends of yours. And it's not just because they are lost in spirit, but the reality is kind of like if you believe in the Most High God, you know who you are, you know where you're going, you're happy, or everything's good for you, blah, blah, blah. These people are going to feel some type of way because it's like, well, why can't that be me? That's not fair. That's not fair. You cannot be friends with people like this. These are not your friends. Do not make friends with a jealous man, nor an angry man do not go. Something like that. That's a proverb. you can't be friends with jealous people, or people that envy you, or people that are lost in spirit, and then they're out doing whatever crazy things that they're doing, living the fast life, and you're not. It's just not gonna work. Either you're gonna exhaust yourself trying to have God in their heart, or they're gonna exhaust themselves trying to tempt you, come to this side. And it's best not to be friends with people like this, right? Not until they're a little bit more secure in who they are and their beliefs, right? Because as of right now, there's people that they're not even sure what they believe in, and they're not exactly sure. I'm also kind of getting, I'll see it when I believe it, or I'll believe it when I see it, and I understand that motto. But being around people who I'll believe it when I see it, and you believe in the Most High God, it's kind of like, I really don't like this term, blind obedience. I don't hate much in this world, but that phrase, I dislike it very, very much. Blind obedience, I don't like that. But in this situation, it's kind of like you just kind of have to let Jesus take the wheel in a way, and just whatever happens, right? Because you have that faith in God. These people, they're like, well, why am I going to give my faith? Why am I going to, well, I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. You cannot be around these people, because that's just not how you operate. You have faith in the Most High, so you're just going to, whatever comes, what may, right? And they're not that free in spirit, because they're lost in spirit. They don't know where to go. It's a whole thing. I'm not really going to get into it, even though I was already just into it for like a hot minute. But these people are not your friends. Alright, they're not your friends. So if it's like a group of people, they're not your friends. If it's one person, they are not your friend. And I do believe this person or these people have ill intentions towards you. Whether or not they're going to act upon that, I don't know. We'll see if it comes out, But as of right now, they're not your friend. And they have ill intentions towards you just because you're happy and living your dreams. You have a sense of blind faith that it triggers them, because these could be people that are like in survival mode, or you just waking up and having that blind faith and doing whatever and being happy and living your dreams, it triggers them, right? It triggers them because they're not stable in spirit. They don't know who they believe. They don't know what they believe. So you being so secure in your faith, and they're still lollygagging about, not sure. To someone like that, to people like that, it's very intimidating. People like this are very intimidated by people who are secure with themselves and their faith, and their bedrock is like stern and stable. People like this are intimidated by people who know who they are. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. They're not your friend. That's a side note. All of that was just like a side note. Alright? And, I feel like that was just something that you needed to be aware of. If it comes up again, it comes up again. But as of right now, that's just a side note. So those could be the people, those soulless vagabonds. Those are the people. Those are the they. Right? Those are the they. They get to watch you live your dreams. Who's they? The soulless vagabonds. They. Those are the they. I'm hearing false collaborations. Be careful with people who want to collaborate with you. Now, if you have to for like a work environment or whatever the case it is, then, or like a school project, it's whatever, right? You kind of just have to make do with what you got. But know that at the end of the day, that collaboration is just for that one thing. They're not your friends. You got the project done, you handed it in, you got your grade, you got the whatever that you needed to get it done for the work. They're not your friends. Remember that. Soulless vagabonds, if they have to collaborate with you for whatever the case it is, it's just for that project or that meeting or that organization, or maybe you have to go to church, right? And you're getting paired up with Betty Sue and Lorraine, and you guys have to put up the streamers, and you know Lorraine doesn't like you, and Betty Sue doesn't like Lorraine, and you're just there because the pastor told you that you have to put up the streamers with these two, and because that was your designated job, so you just do that, and then, right, you just go on about your business afterwards, right? That is, just because you're collaborating or working with people doesn't mean that you're buddy friends. That's not for all environments, obviously, but in this situation, in this reading, in this story, that is the case, right? Because otherwise, why would I hear false collaborations? I'm also getting these people themselves, they don't even like each other. It's not real, genuine collaborations. Like, they don't actually care about each other. They just care about getting the job done at hand, which is good if, like, a business or whatever, right? But know that after that job, that task, that project is done, go about your separate ways. Keep doing whatever it is that you were doing before. They're not your friends just because you were put in a collaboration in a project. You guys set the tables together. You guys had to hang up the decorations together, right? That doesn't mean you're buddy now, all right? The letter I, somebody's first, last, middle, initial, name, or word, or a place. I'm also getting I am. That's Aries' first house. I am. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly, you just know who you are, right? I was mentioning that earlier. You know who you are. You know who you are. You're a child of the Most High God. That's who you are. That's who you are. You know who you are. The letter P could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial, name, or word, or a place. Somebody's playing games or trying to play games in your energy. I'm hearing a couple names too, but again, I don't exactly like to do names on my channel, so I'm not going to. But if the first name that you heard, and you know in your heart that name is a karmic, that person is a karmic that starts their first, last, middle, initial, name of word, that the first, last, middle, initial starts with the letter P, and you know in your heart that person is a karmic, and that's the person that first comes to your head when you've seen this, then that's probably the person that's watching you. Be happy. I'm hearing sirens in the background. But there's someone that's trying to play games, or a group of people that are trying to play games in your energy just because they're trying to see if something can work. We got 3 cards that came out. They're trying to see if something can work. They're trying to see, there's a group of people in your energy. This could be in a neighborhood, in a job, in a church, in a congregation, which would be church. You hear that? That's a fire truck. There's a group of people, it doesn't matter if it's in your family, a church, environment, your neighborhood, your job, your career, if you work at a hospital, it doesn't matter. Now, there is a group of people, right? Individually, they are a non-threat. They are nobodies. Energetically, they're nothing to you. Energetically, like they're no match for you, right? There's a group of people that are ganging together, right? They're grouping together to, so let's say there's this person is low vibrational, and this person is low vibrational, and this person is low vibrational. These low vibrational people are grouping together to raise the frequency of their low vibration. So like, put it like, how do I explain it? So this person's low vibrational over here, right? And it's like low vibrating, right? You can feel it, but not really. And this person's low vibrating, and you can feel it, but you know it's not. So it's kind of like what they're doing is they're grouping together, right? And it's kind of like, because they're so low vibrational, and you can the jealousy, the envy, the malice, the ill intentions, right? They have it individually, but when they're together, obviously it's going to be more like right? That's what they're trying to do. But they're trying to do this around you, to make you feel some type of way, because individually you can feel it from this person, but it's not a threat. You can feel it from that person, but it's not a threat. You can feel it from that person, but it's not a threat. So they're trying to group together to kind of like amplify. That's the word I was thinking. Thank you. They're trying to amplify their negative intentions, so you can like really, really feel it and really, really feel some type of way. What is it that they're trying to make you feel? Intimidated. They want you to feel intimidated, because individually by themselves, they know that you're not intimidated by them. So it's kind of like they're trying to group together to raise, to amplify their low vibration, so that if you feel it enough, maybe then you'll be intimidated. That's not going to work. Because you know who you are. You're a child of the Most High God. That's not going to work. That's the game that they're playing. 444 protection. The universe is your spiritual guides are protecting you. You're protected. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. You're not missing out on anything. Yeah, so this could be a group of people that are grouping together, and like, you can't sit with us. That's fine. I'm a child of the Most High God. I have my own table, my own feast right here. I'm literally at my own table. I'm good. I'm not missing out on anything. I promise you, I'm not. Trust me. I am not missing out on anything. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's from Awkward. There's this girl, I think her name is Sadie. She's a total bitch, man. And she says, "You're welcome." And it's just the funniest thing. Where's that? Last time I checked, that show was on HBO. It could be on Paramount. But I don't know, it's a funny show. It's got its moments. You should check it out. And then learn to say no in your dreams. Say no with conviction. Spiritual attacks. The word no is very powerful. So definitely work on your dreams, right? I'm also getting with spiritual attacks. The word no is very powerful. So you can feel this group huddling together to amplify their negative vibrations. So that way you can feel some type of way about it. You're a child of the Most High God. I'm not allowing that. I'm not going to be intimidated by that. I don't accept that. The games that you're playing, I'm not interested in playing those games, so I don't have to. I don't have to play anything I don't want to play. These are like people are just like, oh, come play this negative karmic game with us. No, thank you. God said I don't have to. I don't have to play with you. I don't want to share my aura with you. I don't want to share my space with you, and I don't have to. So there's nothing that they can do aside from, this is the game that they're trying to play. You're not interested in the game. Because what is it? You're not missing out. What game is this for you? What is the what is the reward? What is the prize? You already won if they're trying to do this to you. You're already the winner if they're trying to do this to you. Individually, they can't. They cannot go one-on-one. That right there should tell you something. If it's not, first of all, you can't go against me one-on-one. Now that you have to band up together, that already tells me a lot more about you than it tells you about me, because obviously me one-on-one, it doesn't tell you anything. It actually tells me more about you. And it's crazy because you're not missing out. You're not interested in this game, in this group, in this huddle. You're not worried about it. You're not interested in it. You're not accepting it. You're just listening to God and being happy. That's it. That's God. All God said. And I did a reading about this, what I'm about to say. All God said was to be happy. Trust in me and be happy. Revenge is mine. Give me your worries, your woes. Believe in me, love me, and be happy. That is it. So simple. Very, very simple. And you're like, okay. So you picked up on this little weird energetic game, and you're like, God's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Just be happy. Okay. That's it. Very simple. See? You're protected. Just listen to God, and that'll make sure you're protected. Like, hello. So yeah, this game is definitely not working. But it's just like a really shoddy game, like a really bad game. And I'm also getting that they don't even understand the rules of this game, or they're trying to make up the rules as they go along. But it's constantly contradicting the previous rules that they put in place. But no, because what if? Okay, but wait. But you said I'm telling you, they don't know. They're some soulless vagabonds. They don't know who they believe in. They don't know what they believe in. They're lost. They don't know what's going on. They just know that you intimidate them because you know who you are. You know where you're going. You know what's going on. You know blah, 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 blah. And they can't just sit and be happy. They just can't. Right? So looking at you, you're just sitting there being happy. Of course, that's going to intimidate people who cannot sit and be happy. I feel like people who, what is there to be happy about? That is the biggest grand excuse people can have to choose not to be happy. There's all these things in the world. What is there to be like? Why are you putting the worries and the woes of the world as a main like contributor to whether or not you're happy or not? Like, why are you using the world as an excuse as to why you can't? Because that's really what it sounds like. You're basically saying because the world is the way it is, you can't be happy. That doesn't make any sense. The world is going to be what the world is, despite whether or not you're happy or not. The world is going to be the way it is, and you can still be happy. Or you can choose to be miserable because of the world. And I feel like that's like a really big trick of the world, right? The world is mean, and there's hunger and war and strife. Ha ha ha, you shouldn't be happy because look at the world. That is a really big trick. And I feel like people, they use the happenings of the world to choose to not be happy. But I'm not a philosopher, so these are just my personal opinions. I just think people, they find any and every excuse to not be happy. Well, I got these bills. I'm so stressed out. I can't be happy. What is it? You can, I just don't understand, like, why people choose to not be happy, man. Like, I just be happy, right? And I know someone who's watching this, they're just like, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. You're just saying that because you're happy. I mean, you're not wrong. I am saying that because I am happy. So that's why it's easy for me to say that. But, like, that's because I choose to be happy, right? I don't know. That's a whole thing, but whatever. So, yeah, spiritual attacks, the word no is very powerful. You don't have to accept this energy. You can acknowledge, see it, or be aware of it, acknowledge that it's there, because it is there, right? Don't be daft, dumb, and blind. Acknowledge that it's there, but say no to it. I see that you're there, but I don't accept whatever it is that you're trying to put on me that does not originally belong to me. I don't accept that. I see you, I acknowledge you, I know that you're there, but that's as far as that goes. You're not allowed in my world, in my personal space. You're not allowed. No. And I don't want to play these games because I don't have to. That's it. And people hate that. People get so mad when you stand in your choices and you're just like, no, I don't want to. People get so mad because it's like, what? You're saying no? You're really standing firm on your boundaries? You're saying no? People hate, right, when you're firm and standing strong in your boundaries because you know you can. No, I don't want to do that. The world hates that. The world does not like that. Alright, let me see. Thank you. Belonging, House of the Night. What the heck? Yes. Somebody wants to rip the sense of belonging from your hands. Belonging. Listen to God. You belong to the Most High God. That is your rightful place. That's your rightful throne. That's where you belong. And you know that. This is where I belong. I belong to the Most High God. That's who I am. I am a child of the Most High God. And you know that. You say that with conviction because that's true. That's what you believe in. That's who you are. And somebody wants to play these games to affect you and rip that sense of belonging from your hands. It's not happening. Oh my goodness! You picked a perfect dress. Give me a hug. You're so cute. Oh my goodness. Mwah. You are so pretty. I like your dress. You're welcome. My baby's dressing herself now. I mean, I'm so proud, but it's like a bittersweet because You know, my baby's growing up.
That's just me.
Oh, it makes me want to cry sometimes. I love being a mom. That's my favorite thing about me. Okay, let's move on.
Well, I don't see a bird.
They were just there, baby. You gotta wait for them to come back.
Look.
Is it a bumblebee? Or is it a bird? Flip the shoes. Flip the shoes.
Okay. I'm coming now.
Well, be careful. Have fun, but be careful.
Ta-da!
Good job.
This is just there?
Yeah.
This is just there?
Yep. Perfect. Beauty on the bottom of the deck. You are a very beautiful soul. Okay, you're very beautiful. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're very beautiful. Okay. Your soul is pure and untouched, right? You're protected. Your soul is just so vibrant. And so you know how roses, they have a very distinct, first of all, I think roses smell like pee. I don't like the smell of roses. I don't like rose scented anything. I think roses smell like pee. Okay? But that's beside the point. That's my personal opinion. Okay? Again, I think roses are beautiful. They're beautiful. But here's the thing. Roses, whether or not you like the scent, roses, their scent it carries, right? It's very, you walk into a room and there's like a bouquet of roses, right? You're going to be able to like eventually smell, like you can smell roses. They have a very strong scent. So what I'm getting at is that I'm not saying you smell like pee. I'm saying your fragrance, your fake fragrance. All right, you know how like they say angels smell like cotton candy or something like that. So you have a very fragrant soul, right? It's very alluring, very tempting, very. Your like natural scent, your fragrance, your soul's fragrance is just very enticing. Okay, you need to remember that your soul's fragrance is very enticing, right? So we use our five senses, right? When it comes to like food and things like that. When it comes to food, like we eat with our eyes, okay, and then sometimes like if it smells good. Wow, what does that smell, right? If it smells bad, no thank you. Your soul's fragrance it's very attracting. It's like a magnet to all kinds of people, whether they're good or bad. It's your soul's fragrance, and that's because of how pure and beautiful your soul is. It's right? You get what I'm saying? Your soul's fragrance is a magnet. Alright? Wait, what? My phone? Man. My baby's growing up. I love that. I love that. But at the same time, it's like my baby was no longer a baby. Oh, man. I've been looking at pictures of my child, right, when they were like a baby, like a newborn and things. And I'm just like, oh my god, she was so itty bitty, like a tiny little thing. Right? And I was just like, Mom, what are you doing? You know, I love that. But they grow up so fast. It's crazy how fast they grow. That's why you really gotta like cherish every moment, because in 5 years she's not gonna be, I don't know, saying the same words the same way or putting on her shoes backwards, you know? It's so bittersweet and precious. Man, it just weighs on my heart. Man. Alright. I love it though. Okay, I had to like organize it all in my head. We got the 8 of Wands upright. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands reversed. There's a person that wants to communicate with you, but be careful, okay? These are waters that you have to tread lightly in. Because I do think that this person, whoever this person is, playing games in your energy, what they want to communicate to you about. Okay. Ooh. Put it. I knew it. It's just the reverse. Be careful. Put it right there, and then when I finish the cards, we can do that. Okay. Okay. Be careful because with the 10 of Swords. Okay, yeah. This person is the person that I've been picking up on this entire reading. They're trying to rip your sense of belonging from you, right? And I've been talking a lot about like a karmic Sagittarius a lot in my readings. This person, so there's a person that's playing games in your energy. They want to communicate with you with the 8 of Wands upright. It could be a karmic Sagittarius with the 8 of Wands. This person with the 10 of Wands reversed, and as my cards fell and the Ace of Swords reversed appeared. The Ace of Swords reversed and the 10 of Wands reversed, they have a thing in common. The Ace of Swords reversed is like misinformation, confusion, lying. The 10 of Wands reversed is also lying, malice, right? So lying, they have that in common. Lying. This person either A, has been lying about you, or B, actually they have been lying about you, and now the same person that has been lying about you, they want to come in to communicate with you to lie to your face. All right, this could be someone that you are in a false collaboration with. Again, this is somebody that maybe you had to put up tables with, or put up decorations with, or work in a project, or do some research with, or whatever the case it is. You were in a collaboration with them, but that collaboration, it was not a real collaboration. You were just there to get the job done, and then that's it. All right, they're not your friends. This person, they want to come in and talk to you. They want to communicate with you. They're going to communicate some lie to you or some misinformation. They're going to communicate some misinformation that's going to... The purpose of this misinformation is to confuse you. That's what they're going to do. Right? This confusion is supposed to make you start questioning things, right? And it's eventually the whole point of that, after you just keep questioning and doubting and questioning and doubting and questioning and doubting, you have pulled yourself from I am a child of the Most High God to who am I? Okay? Be careful, because that's the whole point of this miscommunication. Their intent is to confuse you, to rip that sense of belonging from you. You're not a child of the Most High God. Be confused because I'm confused. Alright? Be careful. That's... This person... Look, wow, the 4 of Cups is right behind the 10 of Wands reversed. It's because this person... They don't know emotionally with this Cancer energy. Emotionally, it could have been their upbringing. their 4th house energy, Cancer energy, they could have either mother issues, or they never felt some type of connection with their mom, or maybe their home, maybe they grew up in a dysfunctional family dynamic, or they have a dysfunctional family dynamic, or their emotions. It could be all of it too. I don't know. Their emotions, emotionally, they're just really unhappy with the world, unhappy with themselves, unhappy with life, unhappy with their position, unhappy with the way they look. They're just really negative and emotional. This is a very emotionally negative person. Excuse me, bring it back here, please. I saw that. Bring it back. Thank you. I knew she took it. Thank you. This with the 4 of Cups upright. Yeah. So this person, I also feel like they'd be lying to themselves. They're just unhappy with themselves and their emotional state. It just makes them this lying, nasty, envious, jealous person who's a soulless vagabond. That's just who they are. That's it. So you have this person. It could be a karmic. Wow, we have Sagittarius out here twice with the 10 of Wands reverse and the 8 of Wands upright. This really could be a karmic Sagittarius. It could be a karmic Cancer as well. So if it's not a Cancer or a Sagittarius, it could just be because everything I talked about, like their emotions are house and blah blah blah. And with that Sagittarius energy, they just don't know who they are, what to do, where to go. They're lost. And you knowing who you are, knowing where to go, you're emotionally fulfilled. Your home is in order. Your stability is in order. You have a stable pot to piss in. That's just so funny to say like that. There's actually history behind that phrase. It's actually really, really cool. If I do another eating video, I'll talk to you about that, okay? Because that's fun to talk about. And you know who you are. You're emotionally happy. You're stable. So, of course, them... I don't know. You intimidate this person in more than one ways. So they want to rip that sense of belonging from your hands. So, this person, they're going to want to talk to you. About what? Ooh, I just heard... Let me ask you a question. I think that's how they're going to open up, start their... spiel or whatever. It's so funny because I'm just like, just give me the lies. Just tell me your treacherous ways and words. Just get it over with. But this person, they're gonna be like, let me ask you a question, right? That's gonna be like their opening lie or their opening line to like whatever nonsense that's about to come out of their mouth. Right? As soon as you hear that, let me ask you a question. Here comes the lies, right? Here you go, working that wicked tongue of yours. I heard it in Spanish too. How does it say? Déjame hacerte una pregunta. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. So this could be somebody, they could ask you in Spanish or English. But yo, listen. I've been getting a lot of Sagittarius energy, karmic Sagittarius energy in my readings a lot lately. Like this week. But they don't have to be a Sagittarius or a Cancer, right? And it's so interesting too because if you really think about it, as a Sagittarius, a Sagittarius are all about finding their sense of belonging, wisdom, ethics, morals, learning, living, you know, like, they're very sure of themselves. Sometimes they may even seem a little self-absorbed, alright? But that's just because they're so, like, aware of who they are and their purpose and their goal and their journey and, you know? So, if this is a Sagittarius, they've got to be in their South Node or Karmic Sagittarius. So you knowing who you are, it really intimidates this person. It makes them feel some type of way because why can't they know who they are? How come they don't know who they are? How come they don't know where they're going? How come they feel this way? How come they don't know what's going on? And like I said, they want to rip that sense of belonging from you because, well, if I don't know who I am, why is it fair that you don't? I don't know, sir, ma'am. That's not... Your midlife crisis have nothing to do with the collective. That's something you need. If you're going through a midlife crisis, that's the biggest sign right there to change and shift your life and do something different. That's why midlife crisis happen. I truly, truly believe that when people go through midlife crisis, they're having like an awakening that their life it's just not what their soul wants. So let's say this is someone who works like a 9-to-5 all day, every day in like a paper company. I'm just gonna use that because the office, whatever. This is someone who works a 9-to-5 all day, every day. They work in a paper company, blah 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 blah. Same shit, different day. And then one day they're like, I don't want to do this. So they start traveling and they start trying new foods and they start wearing clothes that they actually like. People around them, they're gonna be like, oh, they're having a midlife crisis. They're being crazy right now. They're just, I don't know. No, that's their soul waking them up because they've been stuck and stagnant. So I truly believe that midlife crises are just your soul waking up. Like, hello, let's live life. But people around them like, oh, they're crazy, blah blah. Thank you. Oh, hold on, wait, let me fix it. There you go. Can you put one right here? Put one right here? Yeah. I got a little fairy on my hand. They're stencils for henna. So, we like to do henna tattoos. Plus, I love the smell of henna. Oh my god, it just smells so good. Is it because of the chutney? Is there chutney in it? Yeah. Put one right here. What is that? Is that a bow tie? It's a bow tie? It's a bow tie. What's this one? You got stars and a butterfly. My little butterfly. You got more? A flower. What is that? An owl? And more. That's a lotus flower. You got no face. That's just, oh, you have one on your shoulder. A flower. You are so funny. What is? Yeah. Can you here? So put more here. Put a bunch there.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. So yeah. Let's get back to the story at hand. In this reading, they want to communicate to you. They just want to communicate a bunch of lies to you. They just want to... Let me ask you something, right? And then that's going to be their opening lie to, let me sit here and lie in your face for a good half hour about nothing, right? Let me confuse you. Let me use, this person wants to use a wicked tongue they have to see if they can get inside your mind and play these mental tricks and games and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm getting to? This person, they might even use, so in the earlier reading and in this reading earlier, I talked about how there's like a group of people that are like huddled together to raise their negative energy so that way it could affect you. Right here, anywhere up and down. This person might this. So let's say there's 4 people total. Okay, there's 3 people that are huddled together, and then this person that wants to communicate with you. This person might even go as far as to throw those 3 people under the bus, and just lie to your face. Be like, oh, did you know that so and so, so and so, and so and so? We were all talking and blah 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 blah, and then they don't like you, or they said this, or they said that, and that may very well be true. But it's just the way that this person is going about it. It's just like, I feel like this person is just trying to instigate something. They're trying to start drama. And they're going to use the conversation that this person had with like those 3 other people and like run it back to you or tell you about it just to like get you involved or start some drama and get you to confront and blah 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 blah. So there's just going to be anywhere there's going to be drama. It's just a bunch of drama, and that's not the game you're interested in playing. Now, if there's a game where you get to elevate yourself, great, amazing. This is the game that they're trying to play, right? So this person could even have been, they could have even instigated a conversation with your name in it to get those 3 other people to like, kind of like start bashing you and talking this and saying that, and well, I don't know, maybe, have you ever thought, isn't it weird, blah, blah, right? And this person's going to tell you, or let me ask you a question, how do you think about, what do you feel, well, did you know, if I were you, I'd blah, 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 right? They're trying to get you distracted. What is that?
A mouse.
A mouse?
Yeah. What is this?
That? I think it's a crown.
What's this?
I think it's a crown. Or it goes on your head. Like a princess or a queen.
King.
Okay, but you can't put it in your hair. You can put it on your cheek. Right there. Yeah. No, put it right here. Here, I'll do it. No. Here, I'll put it right here. Alright, I think we have enough. I think that's okay. We need to save some for next time. Okay?
No.
Yeah, I think we have enough. Alright,
What's that?
it's for the hand. It's a hand template.
Look at me.
Let me see. Yeah, see, this is a hand template. I'm gonna actually use this one. You know what? I think this is what I'll do in my next video. I'll just be doing this, and I'll talk to you guys about it. That's fun. Okay. Look. Yeah, leave that one in there, though. So, yeah, no, I will, but later, not right now. Don't open that. So, I feel like someone is just playing games, trying to instigate something to, like, get you to not belong, right? Cause chaos and confusion, right? I'm also getting that this person intends to play games so that way you could be like, well, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I confront them? Why blah, 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 right? Because that would be you playing into their game. This person wants you to be like putty in their hands, right? It's like a dark witch or warlock. I'm hearing, yes, my pretty. This is definitely like a witch or warlock. I feel like people who are in this Four of Cups, Ace of Swords reverse, Ten of Wands reverse energy, they're just miserable, negative people. It's like they're never, bring it back! They're never going to be satisfied with anything in their life. And it's crazy because they could have so many things. Look, there's a hand in the sky that's giving this guy a cup. And he's like, no, I don't want it. And he already has 3 cups. But he's still getting more. No, I don't want it. Like, how ungrateful can you be? Hold on. I said we have enough.
We have to do.
We can do more tomorrow, okay? But you have enough.
No.
Okay, well. Wheel of Fortune reverse. They really have some animosity towards your Wheel of Fortune, and they want to take it away. They want to take away your Wheel of Fortune, and they want to rip your sense of belonging from you. They want to create chaos in your energy by playing these weird, wicked games. That's what this person wants. They want to play games in your energy. It's so crazy, too, because all you're doing is listening to God, being happy. That's it. That's all God told you to do. Just be happy, mind your business, be happy, mind your business, and leave all these wars and attacks and worries and leave them to me. Revenge is mine, says the Lord, right? Just be happy. That's it. Just love me and be happy. That's it. That's all you're doing. And you have this person that really feels some type of way. Like, it's so crazy. This is really giving me, like, how are you minding my business more than I'm minding my business? That doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm just here being happy. Why are you paying attention to me so hard? And now, that's what you get. Look, now you feel some type of way because you've been staring at me, you've been watching, you've been spying, you've been focused on me, and now you feel some type of way. Because you've been too busy not minding your business and paying attention to someone else. Now you've been comparing. Now you've been unhappy. Now you're unsatisfied. Now you're jealous. Now you're envious. Now you're feeling all types of ways because you weren't minding your business. Meanwhile, the collective, they're minding their business and they're happy. It's really that simple. How is it that I'm happy minding my business, you're minding my business, and you're miserable? That's because you're minding someone else's business. That's why. That's why you can't focus on the things that you have. This person can have more than you. That's why you can't focus on the things that you have. Your house, your money, your cars, your clothes, your connections, your career, your accomplishments, your this, your that. You can't focus and enjoy it because you're minding my business. That's why you're unhappy in your life. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I get it, but, like, that's why you gotta mind your business. Focus on your plate, on your table. Because why is it that I'm sitting at my table, eating my meal, I'm fine, I'm happy, la la la, right? I walk by, and you're like, you can't sit with us. And I'm, okay, that's fine. I literally just got up to get another plate. I'm fine at my table. Well, what's at your table that you don't want to sit at my table? What are you eating? What's your table made of? Is it in the sun? Is it in the shade? Where you, like, you just told me I couldn't sit with you. Now you worried about my table? Bless you! That doesn't make any sense. Now you're unhappy. Because why? Because this person wanted you to be putty in their hands. You're like, no thanks, I am not interested. Well, why aren't you interested? Why don't you want? What's in your life? What's going on? And now that made them want to watch you and stalk you and spy on you and lie on you and this and that and this and that, and it's consumed them. Right? So now they want you to feel like you don't belong in your life, so that way, can I sit at your table? Right? So what they want to do is they want to rip your sense of belonging and bring chaos into your life. So in their mind, you would want to sit at their table, but they were gonna dangle that possibility of ever sitting at their table like a carrot on a thread. You can't sit at my table. How about now? You can't sit at my table. How about now? Try and try. But that's not happening, right? I keep getting that God will prepare a feast, a table in front of your enemies for you. This person just wanted to be able to, like, have you as, like, their lackey or someone that wanted their acceptance or their approval. You're like, I don't need that. I have my own table that God made for me because I'm a child of God. So I'm good. Thank you. This person wants to bring chaos into your energy. 3 of Cups upright. So I'm getting a couple things with this. Your sense of belonging is allowing you to celebrate your accomplishments, your wins, your success, blah, 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 blah. You're genuinely celebrating, and you're genuinely happy with that Cancer energy, right? Emotionally, the things that you're celebrating in your life are of real, like, they're actually bringing you emotional fulfillment. Like, it's real. You're not just celebrating and partying just to celebrate and partying, right? You're not like a woo girl. Back then, at the time that I had certain friends, we used to, like, make fun of woo girls, which is funny because, hold on. Okay. See, this is the henna. Okay, but you have to wait. Mommy's almost done, okay? You have to wait. I'm almost done. They're like, so woo girls are basically like girls who go out drinking, and they're always like, woo, let's have another shot. Woo, let's do this. Woo, right? I just fell. Woo, right? That's a woo girl. It's not pointless celebrating and woohoo. It's not that, like, you're whatever you're woohooing about. Yeah, it's actually like it's merit. It merits the accomplishments. Like, it's like you have an actual reason to go woohoo, I did it, right? You're not just partying to partying because it's, I don't know, $19.99. Right? I'm also getting that this person, right, these group of people that huddle together, they just huddle and celebrate and party and drink together. Oh, it's Friday, let's go do this. That's it. Right? It's Friday, let's go blah blah blah, right? It's not because they're actually celebrating anything. They're just, you know, partying to party. Gathering together just to gather together. Clinking glasses just to woo, right? Like, not everything is a woo moment. It's so funny because I used to be that person. Like, it's Saturday night, let's go out. Let's go celebrate, let's go party. Man. So this could be somebody from your past, or this could be somebody that is trying to gain access to your energy now, right? Because this could be a karmic Virgo. They're trying to gain access to your energy now because they see you being happy living your life. So they see you being happy living your life. They don't have access to that, right? Your celebrations are actual celebrations. Your woos, woo! They're actual, like, they're, because you just got a promotion, woo, right? It's not like, yay, she drank that shot, woo! It's just, man, it's just so funny, like, when you, like, think about how, like, alright, so this could be a karmic Virgo. They can't, they can't figure something out. With the Hermit reverse, they can't figure something out. They can't, it's probably, with that Sagittarius energy, it's probably, like, their future, where they're going, what to do, what's going on. It's you, probably. They can't figure you out, right? And it's crazy because they've been watching you, spying on you, stalking you, minding your business, and it's making them miserable because still, at the end of the day, they still don't understand. They still don't know. That's why they're miserable. This could be a karmic Virgo that's trying to play games in your energy, that's trying to find some way to communicate with you, right? This communication is supposed to bring chaos and conflict and who am I? Right? I'm getting Dorothy from Alice in Wonderland, like making you feel lost. I just want to go home kind of energy. I also said, my pretty. That's what the Wicked Witch of the West says, the Green Witch in that movie. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Yeah, this person, like, they want to get you. They want you to be like putty in their hands, and you're not. And you know you're not missing out on anything. And I feel like that's the biggest thing that really bothers them with the Four of Cups reverse, because you're not missing out on this person, on anything that has to do with this person. And this person, they feel like they're missing out on this big fat whale of energetic supplement. Right? Your soul's fragrance is like alluring to them. Right? They want to feast off of you. And they can't. So you're not missing out on anything. They feel like they're missing out on like the biggest catch of their life. And it bothers them. Right? I'll get you, your little dog too. King of Swords on the fence. So there could be someone blocking this person from communicating to you. It could be Archangel Michael. So there could be angels, obviously, for protection. The universe and your spiritual guides are protecting you. This person is being blocked from communicating with you. There is barriers and blockages in their way from communicating with you. All they want to do, can I just talk to you? I just want to... No. This is this person. If I could show you the layout, let me see if I can lift this. That's the layout, alright? This is this karmic Virgo right here. These 4 cards, that's them. Right here, this is them trying to attempt to communicate to you, but you have this King of Swords here blocking them. And then this is all you up the top, because you're able to enjoy your sense of belonging, your relationship with the Most High God, your happiness, you're protected, because you know you're not missing out on anything. That's your energy. This person is blocked from communicating to you. It really could be a karmic Virgo. I'm also hearing this person could have led the charge in something, but I'm not gonna get into that part. Alright, let me get one more, and then I'm gonna close the reading after I pull out one more oracle card. Man, it's beautiful morning. Yeah, it's just life is lovely. Notice how I said life. Life. Ew. This person, they're sick of having to retain their obsession for you. They don't wanna. They just wanna be able to openly obsess over you, and they're tired of like having to put a lid on it or something like that. This person, they're getting to a point where they can't handle their obsession for you. Ooh, the Hierophant. Upright. Yeah, God is all up in this. There's nothing for you to worry about. Be aware, right? Know what's going on. Be aware. But God is here. That's why listen to God. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just focus on God. Right? The only reason why you have what you have with that Taurus energy is because of the Most High God. That's it. That's why. And so God is like, so God gave you everything you have. This person wants to come in and cause chaos to take away, to get you out of this Wheel of Fortune energy, right? Because it's Wheel of Fortune reverse. They're trying to come in to create chaos to take you out of this Wheel of Fortune, rip your sense of belonging. But God's like, but who gave you that authority? Because I'm the one that gave my child that. I gave you that. So it's kind of like you pack your kid's lunch up, right? You put like a peanut butter sandwich, a fruit roll up, apple juice, apple slices. You pack up their lunch, you bring them to school, right? And then it's like lunchtime, and their teacher, this is just like a scenario, right? Their teacher feels like that fruit roll up is too much sugar, so they're gonna take it away. You, as a mom or dad, who told you that? Like, no one who gave you that authority to take away my child's fruit roll up. If I feel like they deserve a fruit roll up, they can eat that fruit roll up. I packed that. I gave them that. You didn't give them that. That's not for you to dictate whether or not they can have that. You think it's too much sugar? That's your opinion. I think that's not I think they have their sugar intake is balanced. They're fine. You have no right to take away their fruit roll up. I packed that for them. That's basically what God is saying. Everything that you have, the Most High God gave it to you. And God's like, who gave you the authority to try and take away their Wheel of Fortune? You don't have that authority. Mind your business. The audacity. Three of Wands reversed. This person, listen, you can't come any further, so you're going to have to turn back around. That's basically it. Three of Wands reversed. That's basically it. It's like every time they try and get close to you or like a certain area or whatever, there goes Archangel Michael. Listen, this is as far as you can go. You can't go any further. Turn back around because you're not allowed. From here on, you're not allowed. You're going to have to turn back around and go wherever you came from. Start from wherever you... It doesn't matter where you have to go. You can't stay here, but you can't. You just can't. You gotta turn back around. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's what I was trying to get at. You don't have to go home, but you can't go any further either. You're not allowed. That's it. This person's like bugging out because their obsession for you is like driving them insane. They can't contain it, right? They have like this desire to, if I could just talk to her, if I could just talk to him, if I could just talk to the collective. Everyone is like, for what? No. They're good. Don't worry about it. They're good. We promise you, whatever you have to say, it's not going to affect them. It's not, we promise you. Even the collective knows. Whatever you say, trust me, they're not missing out on anything. Trust me, I'm not missing out on anything. There's nothing for you to say to me. There's nothing for you to say to the collective. They're good. We're good. Bye.